We've made it to the meeting point. I say we've made it. Most of us have made it. There are a few cars that got a little bit lost with Archie Hamilton's awesome directions. We're about to hit the roads that look incredible on a map, and I've never driven, but this is the reason why we're here. So this is what all the fuss is about, driving some of the best roads in Europe. Currently behind Archie Hamilton in his Lamborghini Huracan, which is way too loud, personally. He's distracting everybody from the joy of driving. But this is just fantastic. And we might not be in the most expensive supercar in the world, but it's bloody good fun. I think this Alfa 4C just goes to show that you don't need all the money in the world to go and have a good time. The chassis in this car, I can't begin to tell you how rigid it is and how just it wants to play around. It wants to dart every time you turn into a corner. It just wants to go. So as we slow down for 3 seconds while we go over a speed bump, which I'm hoping in this car won't scratch. Nope, we're across. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the Alfa Romeo 4C, because this is the first time I've ever actually driven one of these cars. And a lot of people have been telling me a lot of different things about how they drive, how they feel, are they any good, whether you should buy one or not. And so far so good actually. I'm really enjoying it. It's a relatively small engine compared to some of the cars on this road trip today. This is only a 1.75 litre turbocharged engine, but I tell you what, it's got a lot of go. As soon as that turbo spools up, it is actually really pushing you along the road. 0 to 60 dealt with in 4.5 seconds, so it's no slouch, and that's mainly because it weighs under a ton, 900 kilograms. And you can feel that it is so light. There's no power steering, which for me, I think just gives you this fantastic feel. You really have all the feedback from the car. And I was really unsure when I first got in it. I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people told me, oh, it pulls you across the road. The power delivery isn't as nice as some other cars you'll drive, but I think that's what makes this car unique. And that's why people have always got stuff to say about it, because it is 1 in a million, and Alfa might not have had all the money in the world to make a supercar, but they've done a bloody good job. So in terms of buying a brand new car, not far off to buying a new Cayman. And would you buy a Porsche over an Alfa Romeo 4C? You probably would, but you'd buy a 4C because you wanted a 4C. You wouldn't buy a 4C because you were in the market for a mid-engine sports car. You'd buy this car because you wanted it. And I can see why people want it. And we're off again. This road is just insane. If you ever get to come out here and drive this, do it. Do it now. There's a McLaren 720 behind me, literally on my arse. Who needs a racetrack when you have this? The 4C, it feels like you're in a car that's worth a lot more money. The way it's just darting around, wanting to change direction, making that fantastic sound. Now what you didn't see at the beginning of this video is that we let about 3 or 4 cars, normal people cars, go past us. And then we waited a good 5 minutes until we had a clear run up, and my God, was it worth it. that is it. That is the end of our trip here in Monaco. I have had so much fun. I'm exhausted. My hair's all over the place, and literally my heart's still going. And it is all because of this, the Alfa Romeo 4C. I have fallen in love with this car. Never driven one before. This is the first time. Just want to say thank you to Patrick, who owns it, for letting me drive it. So much fun around those country roads, around the mountain roads, and around actually in town in Monaco. It performs fantastically in all situations. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and we will be back with more content very soon.